guys, like at an apartment complex, and I just wanted to shoot this live and show you what I'm looking at, why I'm looking at it. So just in case you begin to follow me, you kind of get an understanding of what I look at and why I'm looking at it. And if you wanted to do it yourself, you can. Or if we're going to be working together, sorry about that, we're going to be working together in any way, shape, or fashion, you can see what I do. All right, man. So this building got sent to me by a broker. I don't usually look at buildings this small just because the reality of this is, man, I'm not trying to manage these things. I'm trying to hire a management company, and I don't think this is going to support the size. The income's not going to support a management company, even though they have budgeted for a management office, look like 5%. That's fine. Man, it's just not enough money here, so it's going to need more doors for the cost, and I'll go over that later. But here's what I'll do. We're going to go through. We're going to look at the building. So I'm going to turn this around so you can see what I'm looking at. Can I do that? Yeah, I can. Hold on. Boom. All right. So we'll yank in. This is what the front of this apartment building looks like. All right. So hopefully nobody's out. I don't care, but whatever. So this is what the front of this building looks like. So we're pulling up, like the trash over here looks crazy because he was like, "Oh, this is a cash cow," and I was like, "All right, cool." But I mean, when you're looking at this, would you want to live here? Like, there's this huge tree in the driveway. I actually turned in here first and had to turn around and turn out. I was like, how the fuck do people get out of here? So, but this is a nice little place. It's 10 units. It's all one bedrooms, right? They're all individual. They look like little cottages. They don't ultimately look like an apartment building. And when I look at stuff like this, I'm looking like, hey, what's going to happen to this place in 5 years, 10 years? What if, I'm putting together money on this deal for partners and a bunch of stuff. Like, what are my partners going to say? Can we walk this property at night? Would my management company would a manager that lives here decide one day to quit and I got to replace this person? Who is going to manage a property like this? Do they already know how to do it? Like, prime example, the grounds, the grass, this all needs to be done. Like, here's what I would do. If I was going to get this no matter what, I would resurface this parking lot. I'd make the entryway nicer. I would make sure my grass is already grown. Even if I got to put down flat grass, the grass that's already grown, I would do that. I'd make sure to resurface parking lots, make sure my roofs are nice, paint my buildings, make sure they look good. This right here is a no-go. I do not like trash. I don't like picking up trash. I don't even like painting. So to see this when I pull up shows lack of pride of ownership. Maybe people stop paying attention. Maybe people just don't care. Anyways, so so there's nice palm trees. The roofs are good. The doors look good. The tenants are parked in their spots, not all over the place. There's not a bunch of trash in the property everywhere, but it just looks crazy. So I'm going to go back to me. That being said, I'm going to run the numbers with you guys. And this is how I run the numbers. I'm not telling you to do this. I've been doing this for a long time. But they're saying that the numbers in this specific property, I'm going to go to a different property. I'm going to park. I'm going to run the numbers with you guys. Then I'm going to show you guys a different property. I'm going to show you one that I like and why. Okay? We'll do that. That way you can see some different variations of what's what. And I'm driving, so bear with me. Cool? All right. So, I'm going to pull over. Yeah, I'm going to pull over. Oh, it's a nice little property. Pulling over this one. Why didn't you show me this one? I don't have to be on the market to show me stuff. Anyway, this is why I source my own deals. Because brokers are going to send you deals until they get a feel for you. I'm new in this market. I'm new to California. They don't know me, right? So let me put this up. Let me see if this shit works. I'm new. I'm new. I don't know what to do. Like my man, Amy Janet. Like my man, Joe Dirt. So, all right. The average rent in all those 10-unit buildings they said between 15 and 1700. I don't know what that means. So I take the average of those rents, and let's say they're renting. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt, which I never do, but I'm always going to go in the low end. So let's say they're 1500. So that's 1500 times 10 units equals 15,000, right? So it's $15,000 a month. 15,000 a month times 12 is $180,000 in gross income a year. Times 90%. Right? Times 90%, because 90% of those units will stay occupied. Banks always give you about 10% vacancy. I run my numbers at 10% vacancy, even if market is 5%. Let's say I don't do as well. Times 50% expenses, that leaves $81,000 in for the total of that. So that 81,000 would be based on what I'm doing for you guys to know is your net operating income, your NOI. That's your gross rent, or your rents minus your expenses. I said that the expenses on this thing was about 50%. They said it's at 36%. I think that's kind of lean. I've self-managed properties for 36%, but if you hire a management company to do that, it may cost a little more, pending whatever. I'm just erring on the side where I want to see it. I want to make sure I'm right, not them. Cool. So that 81,000. So what they're saying is they're saying that this cap rate on this deal is like a 4 cap. But not on their numbers, it's a 4 cap. On my numbers, on a 4 capitalization rate, I'm saying it's worth $2,025,000. $2,025,000, not a quarter of a mil, but $2,025,000. That's what I'd be willing to pay for a deal like that. $2,025,000. Because I'm looking at it like, man, I'm gonna have to put in some work on that deal. And would somebody buy it from me? They want 2.3. I'd want someone to buy from me for 2.3 after I've done the work, and it's probably going to cost a couple $100,000 to really bring that thing up to snuff, manage it the right way. And if we hold on to the property for 10 years, will it still look nice, right? So that's a questionable deal. I'd probably pass on that. I like the deal, don't get me wrong, but if I was just sitting on a ton of money and I needed to park money someplace and not worry about it and maybe make like a 4 or 5% return on that money a year, yeah, then it becomes interesting. But if I'm going to be an aggressive player in the game where this is my business, then I'm going to want a better return. Me, personally, I do, because I'm going to have to bring in the money from investors. And when you bring in money from investors, your investors' money you need to give them a return. So that return needs to be calculated. So you figure, let's say your return's 12%, you're giving them 6. Others 6 is yours. You got to calculate that stuff. So let's say you put down 25% on that deal. 25% on that deal is not going to get a 12% return as a down payment with that type of income coming in, right? No matter what the debt is. So that's a different way to look at that. So when I look at it, I go 25% down or 30% down. I always say 30% because I know there's cost involved, and I'm getting that money from my investors too. So I want to make sure the return is based on that amount of money, not the money everyone tells me I need. I always, what can go wrong? How can I fix it? Make sure it's there. Period. Do not be caught with your pants down in this game. So that's how I evaluate the deals. I looked at their rents. What do we say they were? I'm doing this for you guys because it's new, or maybe new for you. And if it's not, this is just how I pick deals. Now, show you something. This is pretty cool. And get the stupid window thing off. Come off. All right, so I'm gonna turn this around so you see it. Now this property across the street, nice property. Oh, it's in the way. This is a nice building. I like this building. It's nice and big. Look at that. That thing's a monster. It takes up the whole block. Those are the deals that make total sense, right? Takes a little bit more to get in. It's not. They're not even harder. They're actually easier to get into because they make so much more money that all you got to do is actually have the right deal, right? So let's say we did this deal. We're going to use the same rents as the one across the street. Let's say this building over here is, let's say it's 100 doors, hypothetically. Same $1,500 times, let's say that's the average rent over there, and this one, the nice one, across the street. And let's say there's 100 doors, 100 units, 1,500 times